Hi, my name is Nathan Bowey. I'm the original source behind the Lincoln Hills juvenile prison scandal. Here's a recent letter dated 4/20/2016 from the White House. They assigned me a special litigator. The letter states, the White House has referred your letter addressed to President Barack Obama to the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, Special Litigation Section. In your letter, you state that the civil rights of juveniles detained at the Lincoln Hills School in Irma, Wisconsin were violated by the facility. More specifically, you explain that their youth were harmed and there's a political cover-up. You ask for President Obama's assistance in remedying this matter. It goes on to say I should fax them my information, that they're going to look at it carefully, and thank you for writing President Barack Obama regarding this issue. So first and foremost, thank you to the White House for forwarding my letter to a special litigator. Uh, okay, so basically why I wrote President Obama is because the politicians in the media in Wisconsin are kind of extra lousy. But we'll get into that in a minute. Uh, Bruce Sunday is the start of the investigation and political cover-up. November 2014, I had a conversation with Bruce. I asked him one question, which was, do you use pepper OC spray at Lincoln Hills Juvenile Prison today? Because I feel the public has the right to know how chemical weapons are being used on our children. Bruce was evasive with me. He asked for my media credentials and my state credentials, etc. Ultimately, he said that they're allowed to, per their legal administrative code, or they're allowed to by law. And he was so funny with me, I started blogging and emailing and whatnot, and just, really trying to push the issue and check into it. And I get a confirmation call July 2015 from state agent Charles Crawford Fisher out of the Juvenile Madison branch, and his number is 608-240-5932. Charles calls me. He says that gassing kids today at Lincoln Hills Juvenile Prison is a problem, that they're gassing kids inappropriately. It's kind of an awkward call. I don't really know what to say to that, but I'm feeling good. Like I helped make some change. It kind of feels like closure for me, some too. Like I did some good. Well, allegedly the investigation starts January 2015. Okay, this is per the Department of Justice. So it's odd to me that I asked the residents of Wisconsin to call Bruce Sunday, former security director, by name and ask him to quit gassing the kids at Lincoln Hills Juvenile Prison November 2014, 5 weeks before the investigation starts in January 2015. And Bruce, I get an open records request back on him, which none of the media helped me with. And it states that Bruce, there's no documents that exist on this employee. He wasn't put on leave for the current investigation, and he retired 3/6/2015. My question was, when did this man retire and the cost to the taxpayer as well? Because I feel that's relevant, and that was their response. No documents exist. I'm not sure how that could be. Further, when you look at the open records request, the investigation started in January. To me, it kind of looks like Ed Wall, who's now a confirmed document shedder per Scott Walker, it kind of looks like Ed Wall let Bruce Sunday retire rather quietly. And if that's the case, then did Brad Schimmel, the Department of Justice head, because they're investigating since January 2015. So, like, if Ed knew about it, why did Brad Schimmel at the DOJ, who was investigating? So now I have some blogs on this matter I need to direct you to, because there's a ton of evidence. I want to make sure that you guys get that information. But the main names that I can see so far are Bruce Sunday, Ed Wall, and Brad Schimmel in the cover-up. Also, Thomas Wanta and Mark Mertens out of Milwaukee County. They're Milwaukee County employees. They know something. Thomas Wanta allegedly got an anonymous tip November 2014, a week before my blog on MSNBC. And he got an anonymous tip that all this transpired from. Okay? Except, you know, it's just weird to me that he is now unavailable for comment because he had to retire. He's got some health reasons. According to his buddy who's been calling me for the state and has been blowing me up a little bit, sounds kind of fishy. So Thomas Wanta, I got to tell you, with the corruption level associated with Lincoln Hills, I'm not buying your story about you are the original source a week before my blog to stop gassing the kids. My blogs, my MSNBC blog, you can actually look me up by name. My MSNBC blog, Nate Bowey. You can find me. You're going to see some stuff about the gassing. More stuff might be easier to find is on the Daily Kos, Kos. I have the Slow and Corrupt Truth at Lincoln Hills Juvenile Prison. Lincoln Hills' influence on Wisconsin elections. The Wisconsin media's failure to report the truth on Lincoln Hills. And who is Lincoln Hills' original source, Wisconsin? Those are the titles of some of my blogs that can be found on the Daily Kos, Kos. As you know, I've been on the news and radio a little bit. Shout out to Devil's Advocate in Madison. They gave me a breakthrough. But ABC Wausau, Wisconsin State Journal, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, these people really failed me and failed you in accurately reporting this story. ABC Wausau and the Wisconsin State Journal, I started calling July 2015 as soon as I had got a call from Charles Crawford Fisher confirming that gassing kids today was a problem at Lincoln Hills Juvenile Prison. I also locked this message into my phone. It states the mass gassing of children in Wisconsin on July 25th, 2015. That means I knew about it right around the same time Scott Walker was announcing his presidential run. So I think it's kind of odd that a guy running for president didn't know about it, but I did. So also that made me pay a lot of attention to it too, because this guy's running for president and kids are getting gassed, and I'm not supposed to pay attention or anything like that. I understand, but I actually did, and I started posting on people's walls, like politicians. Who I got here? Peg Lachtenschlager, it's Milwaukee County. Peter Barca, Senate Minority Leader. Yeah, he knows about me. Feel like he's an alright dude, but we're just waiting for people to step forward, True slow. They get paid $100K a year. I'm doing this for free, so tells you how I feel about them. Lena Taylor, lady really loves the press. Got a whole screenshot conversation. She was kind to me. She thanked me. She was pretty decent to me. But the first thing she said to me was a lie. The very first thing was a lie. So it made me not want to trust anything she really said, even though she was really kind to me. Also, I have a problem with her press appearances. She seems to be playing definitely favor for Scott Walker and the Republicans, some in my mind. She was real, then how come she isn't my friend on Facebook like many other senators and legislators? If she was real, why is it that I feel like I kind of forced her to like help me? Kind of, I don't know. The lady truly rubs me the wrong way, and one of the reasons is regarding Chris Larson. She had some beef with him where her and Michael McGee were chasing Chris Larson around town. Okay, well check this out. Her actions on Lincoln Hills make me wonder how concerned she really is about the community, okay? Because kind words did make me feel good, but they're kind of cheap. Same thing for Mandela Barnes. He put me on his brother's radio show, and I appreciated it. His brother probably had like 100 followers or something. That's awesome. And no disrespect or anything. I appreciate it. But this dude straight up took my information, never talked to me, got my email, my fax. The next day was in the newspaper. acting like a straight up politician, but never actually called me. It took a minute to see what was going on. That's how concerned he was. Okay? Quick to get in the paper, didn't have time to give me a call. And a lot of other politicians are the same way. They know what's going on because they know who I am, because I've definitely contacted them. And, true slow, it's election season. Um, I don't know what else I got for you guys. It's been kind of hard on me and tough. This is my first political scandal. I have a wife and kid. I got some hate mail propaganda after I was on the news, and I thought that would have helped me get a police response, me being the original source of this scandal, the hate mail propaganda. I also have a warrant for possession of marijuana, which nobody's really worried about, and everybody knows about. So uh, I really don't know what to say. The media hasn't helped me. The politicians have been extra lousy, and I hope that you guys can get some information from this and spread it to people so that they know what's going on there. Bruce Sunday is the start of the investigation and political cover-up. Ed Wall's a confirmed document shredder per Scott Walker. And as I said, Bruce Sunday kind of retired funny, so that makes Brad Schimmel looks mighty funny on Lincoln Hills. Couple things. I don't know if I covered this on the media. I called them July 2015, the Wisconsin State Journal, and ABC Wausau News. I said, I filed a John Doe complaint before, and if you do not help me stop the abuse of these children in your back lawn, I will. And I begged Nico Savage at the Wisconsin State Journal just to listen to my story, and he did. And I thought he would have been some help when this story broke 6 months later in the press, and I haven't heard from him. They haven't been much help. ABC Wausau, I called them July 2015. I called them a week before the story broke in December 2015 as well, and I said, there is gassing of children going on in your back lawn, and if you do not do something about it, I'll file a John Doe complaint to stop the abuse. I also called the Lincoln County District Attorney's Office and spoke with a woman named Shirley, who basically laughed at me and told me good luck. That wasn't the first time I had called them. This is a week before the story broke in the press. After the story broke in the press, I've contacted numerous people, the Lincoln County courts, the Lincoln County Sheriff. No reply. They don't know me. I don't exist, which is the same as how basically every legal law enforcement agency has treated me. FBI, Wisconsin DOJ, etc. The FBI is listening to me, but they're kind of creepy, to tell you the truth. They always hang up on me after they find out my name. And the DOJ in Wisconsin is, like I said, they're corrupt. The lady called me and said happy holidays around Christmas and we're sorry. And then she tried to tell me that when I was there in 1998 that they never used gas at all and it wasn't no problem. So, yeah, I don't know what to think, guys. But thank you for your time. You can find me on Facebook, Nathan Bowey, Bowey. There's also a Facebook group, Lincoln Hills Original Source / End Cover Up. There's senators, legislators, media heads, etc. Thank you for your time. There's also recently released kids in that group, Lincoln Hills Original Source / End Cover Up on Facebook. Thank you.